everybody, it's Rory from ANS Gear, and we're going to look at some masks today. These are the Dye i4, so the Invision, the 4th generation i4, Dye Invision i4. I've got a couple colors out here. There are two different types of box styles that you'll see with these masks. This is one of the older box styles, which we still have, and these are the newer box styles right here. The older box style kind of has a whole lid that pops up like that, and then the newer box style has a flapping lid or folding lid that opens up like that. So you might see either one depending on the color mask you choose. You might get one or the other. So the mask in the box, you're going to get a couple things. You're going to get a goggle bag, which is actually a really nice goggle bag. Big drawstrings. You're going to get a warranty card. Make sure you fill it out, send it to Dye or register online or whatever you need to do. Just in case there is any issue with your mask, you can get the support you need. And then your mask. And then typically on the bottom, it's just foam. This one's got foam. This one actually has a not hard, it's a cardboard bottom that it fits into properly. So either one. That's what you're going to get inside here. Now attached to your mask, you're also going to get an instruction manual. You're going to get some stickers, all that stuff. We're going to pop these off real quick just because it's going to make it easier for us to look at the mask. I think we can leave this little one on there, this little dangler. If it gets in the way, we'll pull it off. I want to move this out of the way. Put that one up there. Gotta slide those over so that we can look at the mask a little bit closer. So the i4 is one of the smaller masks that are out there as far as a tournament style mask or something you might see on pro players, tournament players, guys playing speedball. But a lot of these masks are also worn by your woods ball scenario players. Also airsoft players love these masks because they are so small and compact that it is easy to see down the scope or a sight on an airsoft gun. Typically masks are a little bit too bulky and you can't get your head rested on the side to actually see down the top of your gun. But with these ones you can, just because of how compact they are. Now being so compact might be a problem for some people because it doesn't cover as much as other masks do. The cheek area right along the side here is cut a little higher. This is cut a little lower, or I guess you'd call it higher as well. So you are exposed a little bit more. You're still safe and protected, but it doesn't have as much coverage as some other masks that are out there. But you do get all the necessary coverage. You get the mouth and chin coverage, the ear protection, and then the full face front, obviously. Every mask has to comply to some standards. But what you're getting, you do get a softish bottom right here. It isn't the most flexible, but it isn't very hard. So you're kind of in the middle right there. You might get some bounces off of it, but most likely you're going to get breaks when you're there. Venting is adequate. You can see that along the side here, there isn't too much venting. In the front, there's venting, easy to breathe out of. The holes are big enough so it's comfortable to breathe in and out, and to yell through, not so bad. And then there are a couple holes on the earpiece right here. It's not a lot, and it does sit relatively close to your ear. So hearing could be better, I think, as well. But what you get in lens and goggle comfort, I think makes up for it. Chin strap on the bottom, adjustable goggle strap on the back, and they use almost a stitched silicone in there. It's not like a glob of silicone that they've kind of poured onto it. It seems almost like this silicone or elastic or rubber or whatever is inside this pattern right here is actually stitched into the fabric to make it hold tight, hold fast. Now they do have a quick release goggle system on these. It's a little different than what you're used to. Normally you flip a tab and you pull out the strap and then you can slide the lens out. This one is a little backwards. You can't really see it in here. I'm trying to see if you guys can see this or not. Right here is a little tab that you have to push down and then you slide it forward and it never actually comes out. You can pry them out if you're ever doing goggle strap changes. And you can actually get it out, but when you're changing the lens, you won't actually remove it out of the goggle system. So we're going to push it down, and you'll hear it snap like that, and then we're going to slide it forward. And it just moves ever so slightly forward. Sometimes you need to release the earpiece right here. The earpiece is just Velcroed on the bottom down here. Sometimes you need to just release the Velcro so that you can get this thing pushed all the way forward like that. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Again, push it down and then going to release that. You don't need to release that earpiece, but it helps with just giving you a little bit of extra room to move around in. So move both of those forward, and when they're forward, that actually releases the lens. So we can take the lens and pull it forward. Just make sure both of your retainer clips that we've released stay forward. If they slide a little bit back just because you moved this around at all, it will make it so the lenses don't want to come out. Now I'm trying not to touch this lens as much as possible, just because I don't want to get it all smudged like that. And you can see these little squares that are in here. This is where the retainer locks in. Now you can see that the retainer has been pushed forward. This is the piece right here that releases everything, sits up right here. But there also is, I'm going to try to get this out of here for you guys so you can see it. So this is the retainer piece that snaps in. So we've slid this forward, and you saw it poking out on the other side. But there's also this hook right here. Now it's very important that this hook, when you go to install this and you actually put the lens back in and then you pull these things back to snap them into place, that this hook goes through here and actually grabs on to the lens itself. It is possible to pull this piece back and have it just sitting underneath it like this, and it doesn't actually hold the lens in place. If you put your goggles in and you see that your earpieces are sticking out like this, they're bent out, it's most likely because you haven't hooked the lens in. You've just snapped the retainer back. So you want to make sure that those do go into place properly, and they fit flush when you've done it right. So I'm going to stick this back in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my lens back in. You can switch it with a ton of different lens colors that they've got for these i4s. Make sure that our indexing tabs line up. Push everything back in, touching the goggle or the lens the least amount as possible. And then you might not be able to see it, but this is the lens right here. And then this is my retainer. And I want to make sure I bend that retainer in there so that that hook we were talking about catches on the goggle. And when I pull back and it snaps in, you can see everything is nice and flush here. This isn't sticking out and out of the way. So let's put the other one back in, make sure everything's in there, snapped in place, and we're ready to go. Back together. Everything looks great. Make sure my earpieces are Velcroed on. I'm ready to go. I don't know if I lost or forgot anything. Chin strap, I think I told you it does have a chin strap. Make sure you use it, safety first. And then the foam. The foam is really, really nice. Super soft, super squishy, plenty of it, comfortable to wear all day long. So if you're looking for a multi-purpose mask, this will really fit airsoft players, it'll fit paintball players, scenario paintball players. It'll fit the whole gamut of players that are out there. And there's a lot of colors. Check them out. I would definitely recommend trying it on and just seeing how it fits your face. If it covers enough area for you, then great. If not, maybe look at a mask that is a little bit bigger. But you see a ton of guys wearing these, and they're wearing them for a reason. It's a great mask. Check it out. Look at all the colors. Order your i4 through ansgear.com.